All right, well, we're gonna rank the worst ways to lose a basketball game. Can I ask you, Abe? Because the Knicks right now. I'm on vacation. I've had a few glasses of wine. The Knicks are up 25. I'm loving basketball right now. Loving the NBA. After the Eagles lost the Super Bowl, you said, "All right, it's on to the NBA season." After your grieving
I
period,
don't
but
think I said that ever.
I'm here, but so why the negativity with the worst ways to lose a basketball game? You're in your feelings? What's going on?
I didn't make that ranked.
Who did? Oh, that was Eagleson.
Well, he forgot
Good
my
for
birthday, and
him
now he's being
doing
negative. What do you mean good for him? He's being negative Nancy and forgetting his cherished loved ones' birthdays.
Rank them. Go ahead.
The worst ways to lose a basketball game. If I had to guess, this is a hating-ass move from Eagleson, who's just like remembered that the Sixers lost the way they did to the Celtics on Saturday. But my number 3 is going to be because of the refs. Refs blow a call late in the game. Oh, you know what? The refs don't decide the whole outcome of a game. There's a lot of plays. Bullshit. From a fan perspective, you're allowed to blame the refs whenever you want. And you know what? I'm not going to get into it all, but Sodgate has life. And the Chiefs won a Mickey Mouse-ass Super Bowl. Sodgate has life. The field was overwatered. Adam Schefter
You
reported.
just said you're not getting into
That's
it.
it. I'm just reporting.
Stay the course.
I'm reporting the news in case anyone
You're not a
didn't see
reporter.
it.
Stay the course.
Yeah, the worst way is when the refs screw you out of something, whether it's a foul call, lack thereof. There's nothing worse. It's like you couldn't even control the ending yourself.
So you would say that it's fit for a king to throw a fit of sorts if the ref were to blow the end of the game.
Correct.
Okay. All right, my number 3 worst ways to
I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that video. I've been like 2 weeks since I
could
saw
use a
LeBron
refresh.
freak out.
My third ranked worst ways to lose a basketball game. Player gets injured. You got all this hype, and I think like worst.
I know what
that
feels like.
I feel like we're in the category of like playoffs, maybe in like elimination playoff game. That's what it feels like. Worst ways to really end a basketball season is like you feel robbed of even the game itself. So it could be before the game the player is injured, so they don't get a chance to play. You're at a deficit, or it could be in the middle of the game, a la KD, which affects the rest of the series. It's just really crappy, and my list differs actually fairly much from yours because my number 2 is get blown out.
Whoa! Pause.
And miss 43. So this one's a little bit of a mix of like the Suns last year to the Mavs, and then also like the way the Rockets lost against that Warriors. So it's like bad basketball. All this hype, right? You're like if the Eagles had lost the Super Bowl by 3 touchdowns, it wouldn't have been as excruciating, but it's so disappointing that you don't even get to enjoy and you're never in it. And just in a basketball game, like you get smoked out of the gym in an elimination game. It's like the Suns last year. Like it literally put them in shambles going into the summer. Now they've recovered, and I'm excited to watch Kevin Durant tonight. But yeah, just getting blown out.
The game's almost over, dude. You're late.
Oh, really? How's he doing?
They played at 7:00. I don't think his under is hitting, so that's as far as I know right now. So probably
you took it. You took it.
Of course, I took his under.
Obviously, I was looking at it, but they only have 97 points. You're telling me it's 21?
They were up big. Yeah, he's got 23. Damn it.
I liked his under, but look, to be honest, this is one of those like you're an idiot, but you're also not an idiot. He was a plus 14. He only played 24 minutes.
That's what I was saying. Minute restriction.
He only took 14 shots, and he went over by just 3 points.
Yeah,
so
he's the best player in the world.
You got to take it next game. All
right, I'll be on it. But my number 2 worst ways to lose a basketball game is when you have Doc Rivers as your head coach or anybody else, and they blow a fat lead. A fat lead because they can't make adjustments, because the team plays with no energy. There's nothing worse than experiencing the highs of going up big in a big game or any type of game and just watch it slowly deteriorate. Actually, at this point, I've become kind of numb to it, to the point where I know when it's happening. And I can prepare myself as it's happening. It still sucks, but there's nothing worse than having your team have a massive lead and just get that sucked out of you while you're bald.
Hey, pause.
Touche. While your bald, dumbass, figurehead asshole of a coach just sits on the sideline sucking his thumb with a name that should be a job occupation and not a name. That's the second worst way to lose a basketball game.
Game 5, Atlanta Hawks, we were there. I don't think you knew until that moment. I think that was the start of the blown lead thing. No?
Well, we were up like 70, so when they scored a lot of points in a row, I still thought we were up 30. But they just kept scoring and we just didn't. But yeah, there's nothing worse than when it's because
but you guys were scoring. That was always the bizarre point.
It's the roller coaster. It's the roller coaster.
Yeah,
it's the roller coaster of having a lead and just getting watched taken away.
Give me a number 1.
Ooh, did you do number 2? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
My number 1 is, I mean, this is a no-brainer and a consensus. It's when the ball gets shot at the last second of the game. Sometimes a big game, sometimes not. And it hits the front of the rim and it bounces 75 more times before it goes in the net. And you lose an elimination game on Mother's Day, nonetheless, on a holiday. There's no worse way to lose a game. Trust me, you can think of all these ways. You can send me your middle school games and how you lost the game. There's nothing worse than when someone travels and then they hit a game-winning shot when it bounces 4 times on the rim. Nothing worse other than losing a Super Bowl 38-35.
Other than scoring the most points ever in a Super Bowl loss. But we're talking basketball. And maybe I'll take a step back and say for you, losing on a buzzer beater would be, just so it applies to more people. Because there's a very small subset of the audience who has experienced that level of pain. But maybe you're right. Maybe that is the absolute worst.
I wish that type of pain on every single person on planet Earth.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're sicko.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 1 worst way to lose a basketball game is on the walk-off foul shot. So you get fouled with like 0.1 left or like fouled at the buzzer, which I think happened in the bubble maybe. And the pain of there's 2 pains. One, it's like the slow death because to get them to the line takes 30 seconds. There's probably a review in there, and then the inevitable. And the second part of the pain is the dumb sports fan in you that is praying.
What if they miss?
And just a hint, they're never missing. They're never missing the free throw. Similar to the Harrison Butker field goal, you're just never missing. But you pray and you hope. So
you do more than pray, brother.
The third part is the anticlimactic part of it is just like, because you're talking about a buzzer beater, and I almost put a half court shot like buzzer beater on there. But I don't even think that's the worst way to, like, Texas lost that way. Jalen Suggs hit the buzzer beater in the Final Four. And it's like, as the other team, you're like, damn, like, that's crazy. But it doesn't kill. It probably hurts, like losing a Hail Mary. But it's like, it's such a crazy play that it doesn't hurt as much as just like the slow death.
I guess there's a slow death for how long the ball sits on the rim, but I promise you it does hurt even when the shot is absurd.
But that's what I'm saying. A mid-range buzzer beater, like Trae Young's floater buzzer beater the other day, like it doesn't kill you. I mean, it sucks, but like a half-court buzzer beater is like what do we do? Like there wasn't defense to be done there. There wasn't a travel to be had. It's just like, oh my God, we literally lost because someone made a half-court shot.
Yep.